just like music. No doubt. Oh, baby. Just like music. To relax my mind.
Well, you know who this is. This is Jeff Kohler, a.k.a. The Option Addict, from OptionAddict.net. And I'm here a day late and a dollar short to deliver the good old watch list. I'm going to try to mix things up a little bit here this week because, frankly, the usual routine's getting a little boring, in my opinion. So I'm going to try to switch things up a little bit. Let's start with a little economic data and a little market analysis before we head off into any ideas. We've got a ton of economic data coming out tomorrow, which is core CPI, housing starts, building permits, crude inventories, and FOMC minutes. All tomorrow. Now I'm looking at a chart right here of the S&P 500. You have a 3-month chart here, short term, using the good old Fibonacci retracements. And you can see we're putting in a lower high here. We had a little bit of a rally today. We couldn't quite crack above 1370, and we turned down pretty hard. Now, as I went through and I analyzed all the stocks in my watch list this week, there's a lot of bearish setups out there, which leads me to believe we're going to see a little bit of a pullback this week. And if I had to guess where we're pulling back to, my answer would be naturally right here to about 1325. That's my target price this week. So as the tables turn, I'm going to try to get short this market as I can, or at least be a little bit delta negative heading throughout the week. Now, the one thing I will bring up is the volatility index. You see the VIX trading at 25. Even though we're rolling over here, market was down today, the VIX was up a little bit, so the market's still pretty complacent about the position that it's in. And I find that quite curious. As I'm watching the VIX here and the optimism that it yields, I'm starting to feel a little contrarian here. So I'm thinking the market breaks lower, the VIX spikes higher. But that's my humble opinion. Do what you want with it. So like I said, I figured I'd try to mix things up here a little bit this week. And in order to do that, I'm actually bringing on a secondary opinion here. Somebody who I met 10 years ago in the brokerage industry. I think she was working at Morgan Stanley at the time. And then from there, she pretty much started slumming the industry, working at Harris Bank and DLJ Direct and pretty much anywhere they would take her, right?
Something like that.
This is the beloved Amber. And we've got a couple patterns we're going to discuss here today. Why don't I go ahead and start?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Why don't you do that?
I've got a plethora of flag patterns this week, and I'm going to start with CLF, which is Cleveland Cliffs. You guys will remember this from last week because the stock broke out, and it's pretty much gone wild ever since. But you'll notice here from about the $100 mark, it's ran up, and it's starting to flag here a little bit, and it broke out of that pattern here today. So if you look at the pattern here, it measures about 18 points wide, which means upon breakout here, expect an 18-point target price. How does that look?
Fantastic.
Next is MTL. Same thing here. I mean, the pattern's almost identical, albeit the numbers here are a little bit different. But about $20 is the price target here. I made great headway today of about 10%. Like that one so far? Mm-hmm. Next is XTO. Same thing. The flag was a little more kind of downward sloping in this pattern here, but from top to bottom, based on how you measure this here, some might call this more of a cup and handle, but in any event, it's a breakout nonetheless, and has about a 7-point price target attached to it. $7 isn't bad for $50 stock, right?
No.
All right, give me some love. Next is IGT. This is also a repeat, but has not quite yet confirmed. This one's been flagging ever since it broke resistance here. And this one's got about a $3.5 to $4 price target as well. I'm also going to call a bottom in CNQ, a nice little double bottom shaping up here. If we can get a nice breakout above this level that it's sitting at right here, you'll see about a 6-point move to the upside, which ought to take it close to its prior highs. You like picking bottoms?
Yeah.
I bet you do. Next is Abbott Labs. And Amber, you know what that is. That's the old head and shoulder pattern, right?
I see that.
I'm going to zoom out here a little bit more so you can see it. But neckline right here at 55. That moves all the way up to about $61 per share. So 6 points to the downside if it breaks, which takes the stock down to its lows around 50. I know you like that one. I'm going to finish off with one more here. It's KWK, and this was one we followed quite a while back. Amber, I know you're going to remember this one for sure. But if I zoom in here on a 3-month chart, this is also another flag of sorts. You can see it, it's kind of consolidating through here, and it's moving a little bit higher today. So a lot of flag patterns coming out of my list this week. What do you got for us, Amber?
All right, Jeff. I've got 8 ideas here. all of them are triangles. So if you do me a favor, could you pull up AEM?
AEM. I can do that.
AEM. All right, you know I'm not a gold digger, right?
Right.
But I love gold. So I've looked all over looking for gold trades, and this is definitely the best gold trade out there.
AEM.
Today you can see it broke out of an ascending triangle.
Yes, it did.
And based on the size of this pattern, it's possible that we get a 10-point move coming out of the stock.
I love it.
10 points is not bad.
Not bad at all. It's better than what I've shown so far. What else you got?
All right. ADM.
ADM.
Even though I keep hearing that the end of the road is near for these agricultural stocks, I love the pattern in ADM.
That's pretty sweet looking.
So that's a pretty big symmetrical triangle that confirmed today. And you know what they say? The bigger the better?
That's what she said.
Question mark?
Yeah, that is about an 8-point move here in the stock, which is 20% considering the stock price. That ain't bad.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
All right, so that's a go?
That's a go.
All right.
What else you got?
BCE, Bell Canada.
Bell Canada.
This is the communications group, but more importantly, I see another symmetrical triangle that's beginning to break out. So it happens to be sitting right at the support, and if that gives way, the stock is more likely to make a 4-point drop over these next couple weeks.
Ooh, gonna drop it like it's hot. I like that. Looks pretty good.
That's right. All right, GILD.
It's a familiar name. What do you see?
Same pattern on this one. My target's a 5-point move when it breaks out.
All right.
So, all right. What about YUM?
Yum.
Yum
Brands.
All right, this is another symmetrical triangle, but this one has nearly a 9-point move ready to take place.
Yeah, that is
It's pretty big.
It's fairly big considering the price trend of the stock over the last year. So if we do see a breakout here, the thing's likely to start moving quite a bit.
Yum.
Nice take. What else you got?
All right, couple more. BCR.
All right, Bard.
Another triangle with nearly a 10-point move when it's ready to break out.
All right, looks good.
So, COV.
COV.
Medical device maker. It's showing the same pattern with a 6-point price target when this one confirms.
All right, looks good. I can take that one down.
Yeah. All right.
That's not bad. What else you
You
got?
sound iffy. All right. And finally, TOC.
TOC.
So this is not very liquid, so I would not trade options on it, but it looks like it's ready to break down. So
Well, how can you come to the Option Addict site and not want to trade any options?
What the hell is wrong with you people?
I don't know. Well, I just
Sick.
figured this is a good one anyway.
Yeah, I like the setup
Yeah,
here. It's a good pattern.
It's got a nice triangle, which I'm all about today.
All right.
So
So what do you see happening
you
here?
can take it or leave it. I see a price target of 5 points, which is lovely for a $30 stock, wouldn't you say?
That it is. So that's what you got, huh?
So that's it. That's it for today.
Well, I gotta say, those are definitely better than mine.
Let's see how it pans out.
Yeah, let's have a little competition here this week.
Let's do.
Someone will track for us.
I will. What do I get if I win?
All right, thanks, honey. Go make me some dinner.
Excuse me? Go make me money.
All right, and for the grand finale, I'm going to throw up a couple slides here of some bullish setups and some bearish setups here via a few slides. So grab onto something, because here they come. So that'll do it for the Option Addict, and I guess the
And me.
addict of the Option Addict, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. That works.
Give her a big round of applause for contributing a few ideas here this week.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for mixing it up for me.
Yeah, it was pretty boring before.
We'll have to have you on more regularly. Anyway, this is the Option Addict signing off. That's my watch list. Thanks for watching.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh?